Hey you guys, what's going on? It's Joe V. We the people. Today's episode, we're going to go ahead and be talking about our ARs and the different things you can do with them. We got a short range, long range. We're going to go ahead and talk about the things that we have on them and the reason why we have the things we have on them. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and let us know if you guys see anything or have any questions.
Yep. Today we wanted to talk about AR-15s and the different options that you guys have out there as far as what kind of use you want to get out of your AR, what you want to use it for. Basically, these are two pretty similar base rifles to start out with, but as you can see, we know we've done our own thing as far as customizing and adding different pieces to the AR-15s to make them how we want them, how we want to use them, and what we think we would use them for. So I'll start out with mine real quick. It's a standard Bushmaster XM15. It's just chambered in 223-556. I did a review on this one on our channel. It got a little bit more in depth on what I have going on here. So if you guys want, you can go check that out. I encourage you to leave some comments if you like it. If you don't like it, let me know. But right now, mine's set up basically for closer quarters. You know, up to 100 yards. I would say I would feel comfortable with this setup. If I had time to sit down and take my time, I could probably hit targets farther than that. But for quick acquisition and, you know, kind of running around, I think this is a good setup for me. I have the Lucid HD7 red dot sight. It is a non-magnified sight, so if you look through here, it's just basically like you're not looking through anything. It just gives you the red dot reticle to kind of make things easier for when you're trying to find your targets. I have the angled foregrip here, which I like to use for standing shots. This is what I mostly take. I don't have a bipod or anything for getting down low. I kind of run mine kind of light just because I like to be able to carry it and run around with it and stuff like that, and so I don't worry about, you know, sitting down for long shots and stuff like that. So that's kind of like my style. We're not saying that either one of these is right. We're not saying either one of these is wrong. This is just kind of what we've been working with right now, and Joe B will tell you that your rifle will change, you know, from 1 month to another, however you're feeling and whatever you're doing at that particular moment. So that's about it on mine. I'm not sure really what else to talk about right now. But you want to talk about yours and let them know what's going on?
Yeah, mine is pretty much the same standard AR-15. The only difference about mine is mine does not have a dust cover or a forward assist. It's considered a sporting competition rifle, however you want to, you know, mark it, but has no problems. It's given me no problems. It's never jammed on me, so I can't complain at all about it. I mean, I got nothing but love for this gun. I'll go ahead and start off with the scope. The scope is an NC Star scope I picked up at a gun show for about, I want to say about 150 if I remember correctly. Right now it's zeroed in at 100 yards. Sometimes I'll push it up to 150 to 200 yards depending on what we're, you know, shooting on. I guess it depends. But I like it. For me, my style is more a bit of a long range. That's why I have this low profile bipod right here, because once it's set up and it's good to go, it's quick, it's simple, it's real low profile, which I like a lot about it. But also, a couple things I want to talk about is the gear that I got all set up right here. I know sometimes it can be a little too much for some people. It's a little bit heavier than most standard ARs, but that's fine. I can handle that. I am left-handed shoot, so whenever I have my hand right here, everything fits perfect. Everything comes together in play. It fits real well. I got the Magpul AFG grip, which makes me hold the gun a lot better, a lot easier. But the cool thing about having everything here is with my thumb, I can simply turn on this laser that I have set up for about 10 feet. The reason why I have it zeroed in at 10 feet is so that way if anything ever happens at my home and somebody tries to break in, I don't have to sit there and take time looking through the scope. All I got to do is pop that laser on and it's sighted in, and I don't even have to put it straight to my eye to make sure I'm taking them shots right. As well as this light, I got this standard light with about, I want to say 90 lumens if I'm not mistaken. I could be off a little bit, but enough to blind somebody and to light up a room if I need to, so that way I could stop anybody that breaks into the house if I need to. Other than that, as you can see way back here, I have a cheek riser. Magpul cheek riser that's an extension to the CTR stock. I know it's a little bit different. Mostly it's intended the other way where it comes out this way and it's backwards. But the one thing I noticed about that is it probably comes about to right here, which doesn't give me enough slack. So when I pull my charging handle back, it doesn't go all the way back. As you can see, the bolts slide back. That's why it's easy for me to pop out. But usually what happens is every time I try and charge it back, it won't let me. I have to pull the stock all the way out, pull it back, and then let it go. So I found out this way it works a lot easier for me, a lot better for me. As you can see where the paint is kind of wore off right here, is because this is where I rest my cheek. I don't rest it on here like most people. I just rest it right here in this little gap. So that way I have a fixed position every time when I look through the scope, and I know that every time I look, it's the same position that I have.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I have that there.
So you can kind of tell the difference. So this is the CTR stock as it comes from Magpul, and this is his modified version. So he has, you know, a higher cheek weld for his more accurate shots. He can find his spot faster with this on his rifle. So that's a cool idea. I like that too.
I like it. And besides, I don't want to say it just looks better, but it also feels better for me having it reversed like this. So I kind of like it. As you can see on the other side though, there's not much on this side other than the bat lever right here. You can see here. Let me turn it this way so that way it's easy for you guys to see. This really does come in handy. Even though if I'm left-handed, it's still easy for me to use, so I like that a lot. As you can see, it's painted, it's scraped. As you can see, I need to repaint everything, but I like it a lot. I had a little Magpul emblem right there, which I like a lot. A lot of people give me credit for that, so I thought that was pretty cool. But
You painted that yourself?
Yeah, I did. I had a Magpul sticker. I just put it on there, and then once I was done with that, I painted everything and peeled the sticker off, and that's the original tan color, flat,
cool.
dark earth that the Magpul cheek riser came in.
Yeah.
So all in all, I like it. It's a good gun. Like I said, it hasn't failed me yet. No jams yet. So all in all, I like it as a long range. I do have the option where I can take this off, and I do have a red dot. But lately, I've been running it as a long range rifle, which I like a lot. So I decided to keep it like that for now.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, don't get us wrong. Like, you know, the way we have our rifles set up now is just from using them and finding different things we like. And I mean, mine. I have plans for mine too. I want to get a longer rail here, so I can put a light on mine. I just kind of want to space it out a little bit more. And you know, I would like to get a scope eventually, because you never know when you might need it. You might want to go hunting, hog hunting or whatever, and you might want to be able to shoot longer distances. And so, I mean, the way your rifle is now, it could change in 5 to 6 months, or it could change next month, or you could get a sweet deal on something that you can't pass up, and you just throw it on there, see if you like it, run it for a while. If you don't like it, take it off, sell it to your buddy. Like, I got this from Joe B for, I don't know what I traded you, a PMAG or something for that?
30 round PMAG.
30 round PMAG for that. Because he got the longer rail on his gun. He no longer needed this one. He passed it on to me. You know, who knows, I might pass it on to someone else in the future who's looking to put a new rail on there. So, I mean, these are just some examples of what you can do. Like Joe's painted his up. You can do whatever you want. This is there's no rules when it comes to building your rifle. Whatever you like, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. You know, no one can say anything bad about your stuff if that's the way you like it. So I encourage you guys to get out there and to check out different things and different options before you settle on one, and don't let anybody tell you one's better than the other. So I mean, that's all I really have to talk about today. Joe?
That's it. Just want to explain our rifles to you and the reason why we chose these and the reason why I have everything on there. If you guys have any questions or any comments, please leave them there and we'll go ahead and get back to you as quick as possible. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. We want to hear what you guys have to say about our rifles and about the channel, and give us any ideas on what else we could talk about, you guys.
Yep. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you, guys.